Guys, today I wanted to talk to you about fundamentals and why it's so important to always be vigilant of news releases. In my opinion, you can't just trade the markets based on technical factors alone. Institutional players focus on the shape of the economy, for example, interest rates, inflation, and jobs reports. All of these things can determine whether an economy is actually growing or going through turmoil, which is why it's so crucial that you also understand, or at least learn the basics of economics. The markets are driven by supply and demand. Therefore, when news comes out on these three things, markets tend to become extremely volatile. Now, as a beginner, you may see this as a good opportunity to get into the markets as price is moving fast. But I'm telling you, in my opinion, it's absolutely not. The best thing that you can do is understand when the news comes out and make sure that you are out of all of your positions before the news drops. In the past, I've tried to trade news, but all that happens is that I get stopped out, and sometimes you can even end up losing far more than you've planned, as there are no buyers or sellers at your stop loss level that are looking to fulfill your order. So you can actually end up losing 4% rather than just the 1% you originally risked. Now, the majority of the time, price reacts in a way that shows no direction for at least 5 minutes, and that's before the real move happens. But by that time, you've already been stopped out, and that's at least 2 to 3 times due to large volume. Most strategies don't really apply to news releases, and that's because it's just too unpredictable. Therefore, I never trade it, and I make sure that all of my positions are closed way before, and that is to avoid any unexpected sudden spikes. It's so simple to figure out when these events are going to happen. All you need to actually do is go onto Forex Factory, and you'll see different releases highlighted in different colours. The ones to look out for are the events coloured in red, as this suggests a high probability of the markets reacting in a volatile way. The biggest moves that you will see in the markets come from the 3 sections I mentioned earlier: inflation, job reports, and interest rates. Now, depending on what pair you trade, the moves can vary. However, the markets are actually dominated by the US dollar, as it is the world currency. Therefore, whatever happens in the US has a ripple effect across all of the markets. So always keep tabs on the US releases first. Then you can go on to look at events under the currency pairs that you trade. So guys, I don't know if you can see behind me, but the inflation report came out just about half an hour ago. As you can see on my charts, it's absolutely crazy moves, massive moves, and you don't know which direction this is going to go in. So for example, it's gone down first, and then it's gone all the way back up, and then it's come back down to the equilibrium, and now it's pushed back up again. This is just one example of what can happen around news releases and why it's so important to tread carefully around these releases. So guys, if you found this useful, give us a like, give us a follow, check out our Instagram page for daily hints and tips. Give Exo Funding a follow. We're on Instagram and also YouTube. Give us a like, give us a comment, and let us know if there's any topics you want us to discuss next.